Good morning, everybody. It's been a couple days since we streamed, and today I think we're going to focus entirely on modern industrialization. And that is mostly because I don't remember a lot about the mod, and I have had a ton of questions about how it works and what people need to do to make it work. Now, I did kind of expect there to be some sort of a tab on it halfway through the latest video. That's crazy. You got in here so quickly. That's wild. That's absolutely wild. Oh, quest line decided to freeze. There we go. All right, I want to dump all that back in the ME system. Hey, you got here early this time. I did. Let's see. Well, I was supposed to start at 9 o'clock, and I started at like 9:03. But it was pretty close. It was pretty close. All right, so let's search for at modern no. Okay, so these are the modern industrialization things. There's a lot there. Do they have a book or a guide or a quest line? Because I would love any of those things. It would be under tech, right? Modern industrialization, steam age, got it. Okay, all right. Bronze boiler. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to create an entire area, I think, that we're going to dedicate entirely to modern industrialization, getting it working, figuring out what it does, and all of that. The plans for today are just to fully work through all of modern industrialization. That is all I want to figure out. There's a lot about it that I don't know and I don't remember. Last time I did it was All the Mods 9, and I finished that pack probably March. So it's been literally months. But we did a little bit of renovation that, if you watch the last video you've seen, all we're going to do is try to make a little bit of a platform back here. We just needed a little bit more space in our base. Never done it. Everybody says it's a pain to go through. That's what I've heard as well. And I had a lot of people, like I've had probably 15 or so people ask me to make videos on it. So, you know, in order for me to make videos on it, I have to figure out what it is and what it does. That's what we're doing today. Hopefully it's not bad though. I do know that at least the thing you need for the All the Mod Star is... oh, what's it called? This guy does not seem very difficult. I just have to get some extra parts for it. But I assume we're going to be doing a lot of what I did with Mechanism, where we're working our way backwards, because that's like the end goal of what we want. However, in order to get there, I'm sure there's 15, 16 other things I got to go through first. What's up, Goose? How's it going? How's your day been? Streaming a little early today. I like balancing it out a little bit. I stream late during the week and then early on Saturday so that more people can make streams if they want to. All right, that should give us enough room. Let's see. Y'all, what's up? How's it going? Thanks for the subscription. I appreciate it. We're looking for... what are those things called? Barrel lanterns. I want like 10 of them. Pretty good first stream. I managed to catch in a while. Been busy with Unique. Gotcha. Yep, that definitely eats up some time for sure. Best feeling in the world was when I finally graduated and realized I didn't have to worry about that anymore. Okay. Throw a couple up here in the ceiling. Try to keep everything nice and lit up. This, I feel like, should be a decent area for it. Does anybody object to this area being used for modern industrialization? Because I feel like it should be big enough, and that's pretty much all I care about. I'm gonna have to clean up some of the rest of this. Come on. Like, I can't believe it made me get that close. Alright, so... well, we're gonna work through the quest line, I think, and MI pipes are unique in that you can put 3 different in the same block space. Ooh. Okay. And so we're looking at tanks and barrels, bronze. So the most important ingot is steel. That's easy. Steel upgrade. Yeah, I know nothing about this mod either. I don't think it's similar to Greg. I think it's more similar to, like, what are the other mods that do, like, actual physical technology? Industrial foregoing? Nah, probably more similar to industrial foregoing. It definitely wasn't the one I was thinking about. But it has similar things in the fact that it's got all of your water pump, macerator, bronze cutting machine, all of that, right? And so you can make stuff pretty easily. It's also got a hammer and everything too. But so steam bucket, melting a water bucket. He also said it's inspired on Greg Tech, but a lot less grind. Well, okay. The author can say that. Based on what I'm looking at, though, I'm not sure I would call it less grindy. Analog circuit, steel wire mill. I feel like this is mostly going to be me just setting up auto crafting. Got the @ symbol. Because it seems to me like a lot of the early game stuff. No, I didn't. Never done Greg. I've never done Greg Tech either, but I looked at it. I looked at it in all the mods 9 because I thought about doing it. And I decided that it was not going to be worth my time. Curved plate. So I need a bending machine. Copper gears. Okay. All right. So we start here. Let's just... how many of those machines were in this first quest line? Is there a bending machine here? Boiler, mixer, macerator, cutting machine, compressor. I don't see one. So instead what we're going to do is we're going to search for bronze. And I'm going to go through and just try to make most of these. That's the plan. Just repeating the same process. Yeah, it is mostly all auto crafting. Okay, good. I'll stop in and say thanks for help with all the mods 10. Quite new to this mod pack. Your videos help me and my friends out a lot. Awesome. That's so good to hear. I'm very, very glad that they have helped. Bronze, gear. Okay, so we've got everything we need for the casings. So to make the curved plate, I need the bronze bending machine. Water pump mixer. Did I miss it? Pipe casing, bronze boiler, compressor, cutting, fluid, output, input, furnace. Did I bend? Okay. Into a... oh, it's extended industrialization. Because that doesn't make things complicated at all. Okay, so we add that. So then I need... Oh, you can make it with a hammer? Hold up then. What were we... Modern. So then the extended one would basically just allow me to fully auto-craft it. Modern. Bronze. Probably starting with a boiler. Wow, those just have normal plates. But we can make the pattern for it and then also make the pattern for that. The compressor seems pretty simple, but I do want to get some of the copper things going. Like the copper rod, I'll need to craft. Copper gears we'll need to craft. We're doing compressor. And then I think the only other thing is these fluid pipes. I just have normal fluid pipes. I'm not actually going to use that one. We're going to allow substitutions. And then I just need to figure out how to make those bronze curved plates. But hopefully that's not bad. Bronze curved plate. Forge hammer. And I just have to put the ingots in there. That's actually really easy. So I am going to want to make one of these forge hammers for sure. And then I need steel plates as well. Also very easy. We're going to fill up our auto crafting with this stuff. And then all I have to do is put 2 bronze ingots in there and I'll get the curved plates out. Okay. All right. So now it's time. We dump all this in here. And then we're going to try to actually start auto crafting some stuff and see what we're missing. We're going to probably start with the last thing we made there, that steel, whatever this thing, the forge hammer. And then we also actually need to make one of those hammers because it looked like it had a specific hammer it needed. But I got to go back to the pattern terminal in order to do that. Forge hammer. Does it matter? We'll just make a diamond hammer, right? And I just have to figure out diamond large plate. Any tips on better optimization? Play all the mods 10. I'm getting barely 40-50 and my game freezes every other second. I have not had any issues, but from what I've heard, the best way to optimize is usually by finding ways to remove item pipes, because item pipes tend to increase lag. They also have several different tools that you can do to figure out what's causing it to lag. I'll show you real quick. They have this thing that's called a TPS meter, which will output a redstone signal based on the dimensions TPS. So it'll show you the TPS, and then they have some things where you can look around for things. Disabled journal map uses and use the FTB map. Not a bad idea either. But that's what I would start with. So I need a diamond plate. Diamond plate. All right, so this should allow me to craft that diamond hammer, which I can then put in our forge, and hopefully all that works. Geez, that's a lot. Just for removing one thing. Oh, he disabled both maps. Well, that's unfortunate. And it did boost. All right, so we got our hammer. Modern. Grab a forge. We got that. All right, we're going to start right here. We're going to put the hammer in there. And then I know we needed to make a bunch of that curved bronze. Let's just stack it up to 100. And then that should be pretty quick. Anybody know if you can auto upgrade apothic gems? You can't auto upgrade, but at a certain point, you kind of don't need to. Like all of the gems I'm getting because of the world tier I'm at are incredibly high. And so, yeah, you can upgrade from the flawless to perfect, but there's not really a giant reason to do that I know of at least. Why are you trying to do that automated, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, this is easy. Easy. Okay, so now we got a whole bunch of that curved bronze. Bronze. No, modern industrialization. Modern. And then we look for bronze. All right. So now I got to make some of these machines. Start with the compressor. I got to make fluid pipes. Oh, I didn't allow... Yep. Okay, so I got to go fix the compressor one. Compressor, this one. And then we'll set up a new one for it that allows for substitutes. Compressor, allow substitutes, throw it in there. Seemed like a fun puzzle to try, but I couldn't find a way. Yeah, I don't think there's an automatic way to do it. It's not super necessary, I guess, is what I was saying. But you definitely can do it if you want to. I think, did I get the boiler already? I've got the boiler, compressor, boiler, compressor. So let's get the cutting machine. Fluid input, fluid output. Do a furnace. Item input, item output. Macerator. Add that guy. Mixer. Am I out of patterns? Give me another stack. Any plans adding thermal? Oh, I have absolutely no idea. That is a great question. Okay. Mixer. I mean, we might as well create the patterns at least for the other ones. I don't know how useful... Oh, that's not going to help at all. Fluid input to output. So then I just need to actually make the thing for fluid output. And then the item input and output as well. So it's on top versus on bottom. Got it. Okay. There are so many patterns we're making for this. But hopefully that should be it for at least a little bit. Is there any... I have 18 allocated. Maybe we're doing it. 18 gigs is not bad. I think I have like 15 or something like that. Thermal with thermal add-ons and photogenic insulator is so OP. Okay. I have never messed around with it, but it would be cool then. Let's come here. Beam age. So steel upgrade. Okay, so this just upgrades a bronze machine to a steel machine, I think. And then steel. So we just make the first level of these, and then we upgrade all of them, right? Were we agreeing? That seems like it is what we need to do. Copper, red stained glass. That's going to be annoying if I didn't select. Does it all need red stained glass? And copper rotators. Now, is that because the bronze machine casing needs that? No. Okay, so we're just going to teach you how to make almost copper rotators. Rotors? Rotator, that's hilarious. I butchered that word so hard. Okay, copper rotors, which needs copper blades. Copper bolts. So that's a copper rod lubricant. Well, that's going to be a pain. And then copper ring. Not bad. Okay. way to get all the money without going to the deep dark? I went like 5. There is not. No, that's about the only place you can get it. There is an easier way to find the ancient city instead of just going to the deep dark. If you look for... Oh... In ours, it has this thing called a wayfinder. And if you look under the locate structures for wayfinder, there's one for the ancient city. So you need to do a couple things for this, and I'd look up how to do it, but this is how I found the ancient city the first time. Well worth it. There kind of is. How would you find all the modium without going to the deep dark? Because it is technically on the walls in the deep dark, but yeah, that is the strategy I would take. It's a lot easier than anything else, and it doesn't require anything expensive or complicated. All right, make me some copper rods real quick. And then I need to run these through a cutting machine. I don't know if I can make yet. Copper bolts, curved plates. And then everything is red stained glass. Red stained glass pane, I'm assuming. Oh, I need a making this. All right. Throw that in there. Press again. And you complete a quest that gives you... Said you still need to go to the ancients. Yes, you do. That's fair. What quests give you all the modium? Or is it just luck of the draw? I'm pretty sure they set it up where you don't get it until after that. I could be wrong, though. Could be very, very wrong. I need a cutting machine. Copper curved plate, copper bolts. Copper bolts. I need some copper ingots. So I'm assuming these machines are going to allow me to automate the process that I'm going through right now, where I'm having to like manually do all of this for everything. Which will be incredibly convenient at some point. For now, questing the element start page. I got my first all the money by doing creative essence. Okay, hold up. So you're telling me that you had creative essence from mystical agriculture before you had all the modium? Also, that's crazy cool. But then the second question is why? That's wild. That's wild. All right, let's make a bronze cutting machine. Hopefully that, yeah, it just makes it. Oh, I love it. Beautiful. Okay. Slap that down. So it is going to need steam, lubricant, and then something to cut with. So let's figure out how to make steam. It looks like steam is just by canning. Buckets of steam. Which is just smelting water buckets. The water buckets I already have automated. This might actually be really easy, because I can set up an autocraft for that. And then I just need to make a canning machine, electric canning machine. Ooh, that'd be even more convenient. I doubt I can make that yet, though. A bronze rotor, steel casing, steel tank. Is there no other canning machine? That's fine. So steam, steel canning. Server playing, there was a warp to the other pyramids. I focused them in 8. You know what? No, that makes a lot of sense. I tend to get to the point where I'm invincible prior to doing that, but there is no right and or wrong way of doing it. So kudos to you for doing it differently. All right, so steam, steel canning. I still need the steel tank. And then the bronze rotors shouldn't be bad, but it requires all of the bronze stuff too. Bronze blade. That's the only thing I'm missing here. So we'll get the blade. And then I think I just need to get some bronze and hammer it down. Hopefully it's not very difficult. I do think I broke my hammer on that last one. So we're going to make another one real quick. Modern. I grind power so I can get a lot of power earlier. Soul lava gives it's been an 80% boost. Yes, yeah, that's crazy. That's a good way to do it too. I tend to do power pretty early as well. Make 10 of those because I can. Grab one of them, and then I need a ton of bronze. Give me a ton of it. And then I think I need to make like all the different parts that I can with it. So the rods, the rings. Give me more bronze. Oh, yo, what's up? How's it going, Casp? Plus, I only fought the Wither yesterday. I don't know. Maybe I'm the weird one, but that seems like an odd progression. Usually I have those things first, but that's cool. Yeah, I got started on the Wither pretty early because of how many nether stars you need for actually crafting the Altamod star. And so I didn't waste any time on that one. We just went for it. You know what? That actually is a fantastic point. I didn't care about that at all, and I have a big hole at the other end of my base because of it. Okay, so I needed the canning machine. We're going to craft that real quick, and this is going to create a steam, I believe. Okay, I've been automating all my machines recently. How about you? I'm doing great, man. We are starting with modern industrialization, trying to figure out the ins and outs of how it works. And I don't know. That's really about it. Ethylene gas burning setup for early mid game, the power reactors for late game. I agree. I went the power route as well. Those are all, that's like 40 of the nitro reactors, and it's more power than I will ever need. Okay, so next I got to figure out how to take the steam. Oh, I put that in there. Yeah, hold up. I need to go and pull out one of these to put my steam bucket one in here, and that actually needs to go all the way up here. So make me some steam buckets real quick. Hopefully that's easy enough. What do you think of extreme reactors? It's not a bad mod by any means. It's not necessarily, it's not super necessary, I guess, which is why I've never really messed with it. Okay, so it just works. Okay. So we add steam to it. I don't know why that steam's there. And I guess it cans that steam for us so that we can use it for other things. Can I just put steam in here directly? Empty. Maybe? Yeah, I can. Okay. Well, that's just as easy. Okay, so, but that doesn't automate it. That's the problem. It's not automated. Pipe. Give me these fluid pipes. Is steam a fluid technically? Also, how on earth do I connect these? Yeah, there are way too many recipes. I agree. How on earth do I need... What were those things that we just made? At modern... The input and output hatches. Which one is that? So that's the output. I need to make an input as well. We're going to see if this does it for us. In my head, it seems like it should. That's output, so this one's input. Item, output, fluid output. Doesn't help much. Oh, that was the wrong pickaxe. That was the wrong pickaxe. That was great. That was great. We love that. Okay. Let's redo everything we just did. And then we're going to put this pickaxe up here. Grab the cutting. Where's the item? Fluid input one. Start it. Okay. We're going to see if we can set this up any better than what we did last time. The steel machine at. Steel. That guy. Okay. Power storage wise transfer or inventory charging. I tend to go with inventory charging or wireless transfer just because they both make my life easier. Extreme reactors is mid, not really exciting at all, makes good power. Yeah, I agree. Would 18 be fun with a separate mod pack where it's like New Horizons and you actually locked progression? I don't know. Based off of what I've learned in the last 15 minutes, it seems like people play this just incredibly differently depending on the person. And so I kind of like that you can just do whatever. And item, auto eject, fluid, block editing. And you can work at your own pace, kind of just whatever you want to do. Okay, so this is fluid input hatch. Auto pull disabled. Auto pull enabled. Wait, so is this inputting it into something? Like that? Man, I don't understand what I'm doing. Bronze fluid output hatch. So it's outputting fluid. It looks like it's outputting it specifically from that one side. If I add fluid in here. Oh, maybe instead of doing all of that, what if, get rid of all of that, put the steam buckets back in there. I wish create was in here. Yeah, I totally agree. Hatches are for multi-block machines. Oh, well, see, that makes a lot more sense. I'm trying to stumble my way through this with very, very little information. Grab all of that. I could hold some of these things in my hand and that would work, but bronze drill analog circuit. None of that seems too bad. Back into playing modded MC with all the mods 10. All the mods 10 is a great pack, but I do, like you guys said, wish create was in here as well. What I'm going to do, we're going to set up a wireless ME section over here. And I think if we can, I'm going to try to push and pull directly from my ME system and then just keep everything in there. Because I think that will be a little bit easier. Let's throw this guy right here. Link him up. And then now we can grab at AE2. Some dense cable. Give me some normal cable. I should be able to store. I don't want that one there. Should be able to store the steam because I believe that's technically a fluid. But we'll have to check that out. Let me grab. We're going to grab, I guess, the canning machine. Because that's going to be the most important one, I think, to automate. Because that's what's going to turn our buckets of steam into actual steam that we can output. So let's set it. Hey, where can I find your mob farm? It's over here. And there are 2 videos that I made on how to set up basically this exact same mob farm. There's a mob farm video, and then there is a short that I made for the redstone part of it as well. We're going to add steam in there. So I think all we really need to do is import and export, right? If you go on, there's actually a playlist that I made for all the Mods 10 how-tos, but it's probably 5th or 6th ago video. Mystical Ag Solium Dagger to fill soul jars. To fill the soul jars, you have to have a soul. Oh, what are they called? This thing, soul extractor. You put the soul jar in here with whatever item it says, and it'll start melting that item down into the soul jar, and then it'll eventually fill it up. It's on the page somewhere, Lucas. It should be there. Give me a little of your energy. I'm a little lazy in my world. Oh, I think you would laugh if you found out how much energy I have. I think you would actually laugh. Because I spent an unreasonable amount of time for actually absolutely no reason. Creating. What was that? Input. So this will be the export. I made a ton, and I literally mean a ton of nitro batteries. And so this is my ender gate. And my ender gate has 3 trillion FE all the time as a buffer. And then all of these stay filled up with uraninite as well. So yeah, we got a little bit of power. I'm never going to be worried about power, I don't think. Even making all the mod stars, I'm not worried about power. Accelerators. Yeah, again, there's no reason to actually do that. I just did it for fun. Okay, so inputting into here, we want. I feel like maybe I should automate this. Should we? Pattern. Like if we got a pattern provider and we threw it somewhere in the middle here. Like, yeah, also I don't love how close this is to the dense cable. Oh, it plugs in. Okay, we'll take that. So then I want to. I was using a 1 million energy cell from applied flux. I think that is a lot. That is a lot. I can't do. Well, I could chest. We could put a chest in here as a buffer. Unless we think this thing might actually just automatically push to it. Let's try that. And then plug it in. So now we need a pattern. For steam. How come the dense cable says 947? I don't know what says 947. Oh, is that because that's how much I've connected to it? I have no clue what says 947. That is a massive cable. Oh, in my inventory. Oh, it's because that's how many I have. My wireless universal terminal has this upgrade where it enables restock, which means anything that's in my ME inventory is also in my hotbar. Yep. So it'll automatically refill as I use it. What I'm looking for is to create a pattern for Steam where it will send a bucket and receive back a bucket and that. I think. So I mean, produces 1 bucket and 1 bucket Steam. What if I don't care about the bucket part? Because I feel like it's going to get hung up on that. I really do. Does it have to be something in the main one? So this... Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. All right, so that's how you make Steam. That's what we're going to do. That's the primary output that we want it to be looking for. Now, if I said make me 100 of these, it hopefully... Oh, it does push it to here. So is it... Oh, that's the export bus. That's because we're stupid. We were big dumb. We need an import bus on there. And then it also needs acceleration cards. And let's see if it's working. Oh, yeah. I think it's actually working. Reasonably well. But we have to keep it also full of Steam. So do I need an export bus on here to export Steam, I guess? Probably. Like if I exported Steam to it, it would keep it full of Steam. Do that. Steam. And it would just continue to make more. Okay. All right. All right. I think we've automated Steam. I just wanted to know if you're on 10. Your vids have been super helpful. Thanks. I'm so glad. I make them to be helpful. That's the entire goal. So the fact that they succeed makes me very happy. I gotta fix this thing. My mic's falling on me. But yeah, I appreciate you saying that. Thank you very much. Okay, we agree that this is Steam automated, right? What are you using for storage? AE2. But a lot. You could put a craft card on the exporter just in case you run out. Walk me through how that works. I don't think I've ever done that before. Craft card. Import card, export magnet, redstone, accelerate crafting card. So does this just say craft more in case it runs out? Oh, that... I just made a pattern for the crafting card? What am I doing? What am I throwing? We'll make one of those. Craft card just allows the exporter to request a craft. Oh. That's incredibly convenient. Okay, there it goes. So it's going to keep making Steam for me. Craft more on demand. Okay, sweet. This is my my storage. There's a lot here. This one has got all my infinity cells, and then we've got some chemical cells and some fluid cells, and we also have some radioactive ones as well. There's just a lot there. A lot of storage just in general. But all of that's just hooked up to my main ME system up there. Oh, I didn't turn the screen on for today. Monitor top name cycler running. No source. There is one. I have 3.8 million source. It's in here somewhere. I don't know where it is. But it's got 3.8 million source in it, I can tell you that. It just was less important, I felt like to mention. Their A2 disk has a limit of 63 items, so it wasn't a type of disk that worked similar to refined storage. It will only craft if that machine has enough space to receive it. And you don't have any in your meats. Got it. Okay, that makes sense. I feel like there are some infinity cells. Infinity, like normal ones other than these, but I don't know. I don't care enough. I just made a whole bunch of 256k drives, and I mean, like I have millions upon millions of items in my inventory, and I don't ever run out of any space. So I'm not worried about it. Okay, so we got Steam automated for modern industrialization, which means theoretically we should be able to run any of the other machines that we want to pretty easily. So let's say cutting machine, because the whole point of this is to automate it. I don't want to have to deal with this day in and day out. So we're going to automate it so I don't have to. I'm going to put this one here so it can just run off the same cable. Not on this mod pack, but there's some AE add-on that has deep cells. Got it. You also, I got people upset with me the other day. So you can change the config to make it where AE doesn't actually have channels if you want to. And that makes it a lot more like refined storage. Okay, input, import back whatever it is. Then we're going to export into it. And we're not. Maybe we are. Because we need to export the Steam into it. Yes. Steam. Boom. Add the acceleration. Imports already got acceleration, so we're full on Steam. Bronze cutting machine needed some sort of what was it? Is there any new info out on RS2? I think it exists now. I think they actually finished creating it. I just don't think it's in all the mods 10 yet. Refined storage 2. I don't know. I don't see anything jump out specifically on it. Cutting machine lubricant. That was the word. Lubricant. All right, so now we got to figure out how to make this. Canning machine again. Lubricant bucket. Doesn't help much. Mixer. Okay, so I need to make creosote mixed with redstone to make the lubricant. Okay, so the cutting machine is not going to be our next machine that we make. But you're going to need a mixer, but then we're also going to need one other item too. We're just going to make all of these in order. I'm out of copper bolts? Really? Copper. There we go. Copper bolts. Mixer. So yeah, we're going to make the mixer, and then whatever makes the creosote we need to make as well. And I'm not expecting that to be difficult either. But it will probably take some time. I don't think I'm going to need any more of the dense. I might need more dense cable. We'll keep them anyways. We're going to export. We're going to put acceleration. I assume this is going to take Steam of some sort. Yeah. Yep. All right, give me the acceleration cards. So bronze mixer is going to also need creosote. Creosote. Canning machine, creosote bucket doesn't really help me. Is that the wrong creosote? Yeah, this is the one we're looking for. Is the only way to get that through a coke oven? That's just a bottling machine to bottle it. Wasn't there something for that? 21 bricks, one of me, blah, blah, blah. Coke. You turn coal into coke and creosote using this machine. Creosote is a much more efficient fuel Coal or charcoal. Okay. Item input, item output, fluid input, fluid output. 21 bricks, coke oven. That's not bad. Especially since I already made most of those things. Modern. Item output, fluid output, fluid input. So I need fluid, I need item input. I don't know, but I like AET more. Yeah, I agree. I fully like AET a lot more as well. It's definitely my preferred method, but there are a lot of people that preferred refined storage. One of these. No, wait, I don't have an extra furnace laying around. Okay, that one, and then bricks. Said we needed 21. Can you? Because I would prefer to not go this route if possible. For creosote, coke oven is the only thing that it's showing me in here. And I put coal in there, and it gives me creosote. Coke oven smelter. I don't see any distillation tower thing. I wish. And if I'm missing something, please feel free to tell me, but I don't see anything for that. Okay, so for this, we're making this. Multi-block materials. I need 24 bricks. Probably got to go set up a pattern for that. Bricks. That one. Got a pattern for it. Throw it in down here. I've got 11 right now. Not creosote. Oh, lubricant. Is there another way to make lubricant? Lubricant. So this is all that I found for it. Again, could be wrong. Where you take creosote or one of these other ones that I don't know how to get. Combine it with redstone dust and it makes lubricant. Other than that, there's a centrifuge with some more of the same stuff, but those are all the options I see. Pick the other type of lubricant. This one. Canning machine. This guy. Are we saying this is easier? Yikes. I'm just gonna try to make the coal furnace, I think. I feel like that'll be the easiest method. Coal. So I need 21 of those bricks, it says. And then I should grab the wrench. Wrench for modern industrialization. To help me figure out the process for it. Bricks. Make me some more real quick. That ought to be plenty. Okay, so if I set coke oven down. Oh, it's got to go in the middle? Okay, hold up. Grab that back. Crude oil into distillation tower to thermoprocessing machine to get lubricant. That doesn't sound that bad, I guess. But this also doesn't seem that bad either. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, so That looks correct. Status active. Okay. So does that mean I just need to put inputs and outputs and everything on it? And also how? Do I need to replace those? Okay. Maybe? I hate that things keep going back into my inventory. So we're going to turn that off. That one. Replace some of the bricks with the hatches. Got it. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Item output. There. Item input. Input. Output. Okay. Valid and active. So now all I should have to do, import bus from the outputs. But I gotta run cables over here first. Smart cable. Okay, run that to there. Yes, I am planning on making that. Import, export. So we're exporting into the inputs, right? Export there, input back in here. We need to accelerate all of them. And then we are exporting. We just have to export coal into here, right? That's the item one, right? Yeah, 64 coal. Fluid input. What fluid do I have to input in here? Why does this have to be complicated? Coke, coal, furnace. Multi-block materials, that's fine. It needs steam to run? Well, lucky for it. I have steam. Nice! Look at us go! That should also be automated. What is it? So it outputs the creosote and the coke, or the coal. Yeah, coke, coal. Perfect. Okay, so from there, we've got creosote now. Or we should have creosote now, which means we should be able to import that creosote into here. Along with redstone. What does it have to answer? It wouldn't be Minecraft. I mean, you're right. You're right. But I feel like they could do a much better job of not complicated is probably not the right word. Unknown, maybe a better word. The problem that I have with some of these mods is that so much of it is difficult to understand because there's so little information about it. That's the only part that I really care about. Creosote, this one. And then redstone. Complicated is the right word. Exactly, yeah. But it's not complicated for the sake of being complicated. Like, none of these machines are just, like, inherently complicated. They're just difficult because we don't know anything about them, right? I already had an export bus here. Needs to be an import bus. Whoopsie. So this needs to have steam. It needs to have creosote. And it needs to have redstone. Redstone. Okay, so you got the redstone dust. You got the steam. Where's our creosote at? Nice! Are you in right now? No, but that's cool. I'm glad you're enjoying the server. Okay, active. So it says it has a 50-50 shot of making fluid output hatch. Should be importing. Do we have... Oh, so we're getting coke coal. Stoked. Oh, we made it! Okay, so we're getting lubricant now. Import bus. And it's importing the lubricant. Okay, we have lubricant now, boys. I feel like we're actually at a point where we're making progress. So then for the cutting machine, we also need to tell it lubricant. Lubricants. This stuff. Take some of that as well. Okay, so it should stay full on those two things. If you want to save on the channels at the coke oven, you should take a look at the hatches. They can push pull from inventories. Using that on an AE interface, you can automate the oven with one channel. That sounds like a much smarter way to do it. I don't think I'm too worried about channels yet. And that's mostly because I mean, you know, we made the biggest thing that you can make as far as like ME controllers go, and we've used like the tiniest little percentage of it. And so I feel like if I need more, oh my goodness. If I need more, I can make more. So this should fill up on lubricant now, just by default, using all the basic materials that we have. So then we're going to need a pattern provider on it. And we should be able to just tell it what we want to put in there, and it'll cut it. So for instance, if we wanted bronze, I'll probably want an extended one on there, don't I? What are they, bolts? Yeah, because there's a lot of different types of bolts that I think I'll have to go through the cutters. Cutting machine, bronze rod equals bolt. None of those are going to be hard templates to make. How do you store your items that don't stack well? I store all of my items the exact same way. They're all just in my ME system. For things that don't stack well, though, I mean, effectively, I just have enough storage where it literally doesn't matter. So it looks like I have a lot, but I have more because all of these are the extended drives too. So there is 256K item storage cells for each one of these ME drives. So basically all I did was I just got to the point where it didn't matter how many item types I got. It could make anything. Yeah, we're going to switch this thing out. Pattern. I missed a T. Pattern. That guy, make me one of them. And then I'm going to set up... I need to make a requester, I think, for this. We're going to set up a requester. Because I want it to always have Steam. Can't wait to get to that level of storage. Maybe not quite that level. It's ridiculous. I'll admit it. It's ridiculous. But it works. So we're going to set a requester here for just the items we're going to use for this. So Steam. Can I not request Steam? Is Steam not something I can request? What? Why not? Is this only an item requester? Or am I doing something stupid? Looks like it should accept it there, but it doesn't. Make sure it's the right Steam, maybe? That'll keep 100 buckets of Steam in there, but it doesn't automatically turn it into Steam, which is probably the problem we're going to run into. Anybody have any ideas why Steam won't allow me to set it up in an ME requester? Because I feel like it should let me, but it's not. Oh, this is the amount of stock. I'm on 100. Get a bucket of steam. Oh. Turn that off. Just get rid of that one. Give me 100. And sure, 100. Check. Get rid of that. Perfect. Okay, so that'll keep us stocked up on Steam all the time, so I don't have to worry about it. What else? Did I get my extended ME pattern provider extended? I did. Plop that down right there, and we'll start putting some of these in here for the cutting machine. And then I want to test it as well. So let me create... Oh, I don't actually want to send lubricant to it because it's all going to be automatically sent. I'm going to reset these two up real quick. And then let me wipe them both. So that'll make us the copper bolts. There's copper bolts. We'll make the bronze ones as well. Get rid of the lubricant. Gold. I mean, I see no reason to not just go through and make these. Invar, sure, whatever. I feel like the more I get done ahead of time, the better. I don't know if I'm going to need stainless steel. Can't think of a reason for why, but make it. Remove that one. So these are all the bolts that are going to get cut. Titanium. Ooh. Fancy. You can't tell. I'm trying to automate as much of this as I possibly can. Mostly because I don't feel like going back and forth to all of these machines 100 times to make what I want. All right, got that one. Titanium, I think, is the last one we're going to make here. Toss those in there. Okay. How much faster is Silforged stuff compared to regular? I have no clue. Whoa. That's kind of cool. What do you use those for? All the modium drill head? Yo, that's kind of wild. Seems logical. Yep. It certainly is. I'll put a lot of work in so that I can be lazy. Modern industrialization. So we got through all the bolts. What are the other... Is there anything else that goes through the cutting machine? I'm just going to look up the cutting machine real quick. Cutting. Bronze cutting machine. I just want to see recipes that go through it. Cutting machine. There's so many. Too many. Too many recipes. Too many recipes. Yeah, work smarter, not harder. Exactly. You get it. How about the tool rod? Can the tool rod go through there? None of those are modern industrialization. They're all silent gear. Modern industrialization. So really what I'm looking for is all of the stuff, the random things we had to do to make like some of these things, like the gears are fine. But trying to get... Well, the curved plate shouldn't go in there. It's a bending machine. Make a bending machine. Should be able to automate that. Are plates made in the cutter? That's a great question. I will check that next. Plates. Are there plates? Oh, I think those are not plates. I think they're made... Oh, compressor. Gold plates. Yeah, those are made in a compressor, so we'll have to make a compressor as well, which I think I may already have the thing for, but we're gonna try that real quick. So compressor, make one of those. And then what was the other thing? The bending machine? Bending? Oh, that's right. It's extended. So it doesn't show up in there. Bending. Make me one of those. Perfect. Scheduled bronze plates. Oh, that's probably not. Probably goofed on that. Let me go look at, I gotta go look at a crafting recipe real quick because I think I messed it up. The bronze plate one is not set to accept alternatives, which is an issue. We'll toss that back in there. We'll create a new one for bronze plates real quick. Bronze plate. Bronze plate. You. And then that one should actually work. Toss back in. Time to head out. Search rescue class. Thanks for catching on stream. Yeah, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Okay, so we made the bender. The compressor is the next one we need. Compressor. That guy. Hopefully it actually works. Yep, instantly works this time. All right, so we're going to set the compressor right here, and we're going to put the bending machine right there. I think, like normal, we're going to need to output steam to most of these. Yep, that needs steam. That needs steam. So we're going to go ahead and set up an export bus here in the middle. Do both for steam, so that we can have that automatically in there. Then some acceleration cards. Okay. So it's full on steam. So anything I put in there, it will compress and then send back. So then I just need an import bus on it, which we will accelerate as well. And then I can set an ME import bus on this one. It will also accelerate. Except I don't have any acceleration. Apparently Soulforge stuff is a 4x tick, so it's really worth. Nice. Acceleration cards. Make me 1,000 of them. I'm tired of having to go get more. Okay, so it should import anything from either of these. And then if I add pattern providers and plug each of those in, we should be able to add patterns for the compressor and for the bending machine, so that we can make curved anything we want. I don't know if all that's going to fit on one, though. That's the only thing I can think. Let me switch to pattern encoding. Bronze curved plate. Copper curved plate. We're going to make most of these, I think. I don't know what I'm actually going to need later on. And I'd love to have all of the basics just fully done already. Yeah, we'll do aluminum. I don't know what the other two are. Stainless steel. I think I had one of those yet. Nope, definitely did. Wipe that bad boy clean. Okay. Steel curved plate. Definitely an important one. Add 10. And all the Modium ones I don't think I'm going to need. We'll just do titanium and call it there. Well, that's 10. There we go. All right, so now we throw all of these in our bending machine. If you change the import and export buses for import-export buses, then you can reduce the channel and machine size. Oh, that's true. I could do that. I don't know. So in my head, It may not be the most logical way of thinking about it, but I tend to do it on separate sides just so I can keep it like inputs on one side, output on the others. That way, it's a logical flow through the machine. But you're definitely right. I think it would be better to do that. Let's do... Well, most of the plates I've already got automated. I don't actually need the compressor for automating any of those things. You can just use a hammer, right? Yeah, you just use a hammer for most of them. I'm sure there are some that you also can use the compressor for. But I don't know why you would. Okay, so I actually probably don't need the compressor there at all. But it's nice to have the bending. And we've got the cutting, and we're making lubricant. Okay, so to move up... looks like there's a lot of machines in here that we do have. Smart filter. Yeah, you're right. It does make things a lot more compact. That's a very, very good point. Steel macerator, mixer furnace. Steel unpacker. Glad you managed to go further than most people have monitored, but this is only the beginning of your journey. Prepare to embrace the age of early electricity. Okay, so I should likely make most of these things, right? Or should I just make the steel wire mill? Steel, missed a T. Steel wire mill. It says it's got automation for all of that, but I don't know if I believe it. Oh, sure enough. Okay. All right. I accept it. Steel wire mill. We're going to toss it down and see what it takes. It takes steam, and I think it turns things into wire, right? Now... says that is what unlocks this guy, the analog circuit. Steel wire mill, copper wire into copper fine wire. So this is one that I'm definitely going to need quite a bit of automation set up. Modern industrialization can take up a huge area when you progress to higher tier stuff. Well, I made a reasonably big area, I think. Gold plates should be easy. Copper wire, just run through once. Rubber sheets. That's going to be a mixer, synthetic oil, and paper. Synthetic oil is going to be a steam blast furnace with raw synthetic oil, which is another mixer. Carbon dust, water. You get carbon. How do you get carbon dust? From a macerator? Large carbon plates? No. Centrifuge, coal dust. Boy, that was the runaround right there. Let me tell you. Okay. All right. So we got to automate. I want to automate all those things because I don't want to have to deal with it. And I guess this is our goal. How do you make an assembler by using an assembler? No, by crafting. Okay. Jeez. Oh, this is fun. I guess it's new, which is fine. Let's see. So to actually craft an analog circuit, resistors, inductors. Let's start with copper wire. We're going to start with copper wire. Keep it simple. Start with something manageable. Oh, that's not connected there. We're going to break that. Back up there. And then... okay, so I'm going to want a pattern provider for sure to do most of the heavy lifting. And then I'm going to import steam into it. Oh, steam Import accelerate. Oh, that's because that's an import bus, duh. Yep, that'll do it. Export bus. Accelerate steam. Pull all those out. Throw all them in here. So we got the steam in there now. So now I have a feeling that we're going to need a bigger pattern provider for this one as well. So let's make one of the extended ones real quick. Go ahead and break that. Throw these in here. Grab the extended one we made. Pop it back on top. Okay, so now basically every type of wire we need to make, but we're gonna start with copper wire. I don't know what button I just clicked, but I'm gonna have to go look here in a second because I want to make sure I didn't break it. Copper wire. So copper wire goes through here. You know what I could do? Wire mill. You click here and figure out what crafts it has, because it only has 3 pages of crafts. So copper plate into copper wire, I think is the one we just made, right? Yep. And that makes the fine copper wire. Do you want to progress MI to the quantum sword? I don't know yet. I don't. I am not like fully committed to this mod yet, but I'm going to do at least all that I have to do to get to the, oh, what do you call it? The things that you need for all the mod star. That's for sure. We'll do at least that much. We're going to try to automate all of that too, so I don't have to worry too much about it. Wire mill. We'll do 10 because it's the one I keep scrolling to. Superconductor wire, silver wire, we'll accept it. And we're going to throw most of these in here, and I'm just going to give it a shot. We're going to make some copper wire real quick. Copper wire. Make me 10, start it. I mean, it works. No doubt about it. But it's not importing back in. Item auto eject enabled. You would think it would push it up, but I guess it's not. I may have to import it back in. The cable there, there. Import bus. Only one accelerator. I want more accelerators for sure. Throw those in there. Okay, so that's accelerated. That's just an export. Probably gonna have to import from this guy too. What is that? Import bus, perfect. Accelerate it. Let me make some curved bronze plates or something. Curved. Sure, curved copper. 10. Start it. I just want to make sure this works correctly. It is, and it is pulling it back in. Perfect. Okay. All right. All right. All right. We got a ton of stuff automated there, which is perfect. It's exactly what we needed to do. So the next step, I think, is to look at making that analog and no. Log and there it is. For a lot of these basics parts, I found it easier to automate them using the thermal engineering press, as it is simply a known mod that is easy to understand and automate. That makes a lot of sense. Since I don't know anything, I am flying entirely by the seat of my pants. I have done a little bit of this before. Turn on auto export and a wrench from the machine to shift right click, save channel. I could, you're probably right. How many of these have we used so far? 23 channels? I'm not worried yet. I know I could probably go through and automate this a little better, but I'm not too worried about it yet. Okay, so we're going to make the pattern for the analog circuit. We may be getting a little bit ahead of ourselves here. We're going to make the pattern for it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come in here and we're going to see what else we need to make. So the capacitors, analog circuit board, inductor, and resistor. So let's make... I'm just going to make patterns for all of this. Nope, I already got that one. The resistor pattern, I have everything but the coal dust. Let's figure out how to make coal dust. And I know that there are several other machines I'm going to have to set up for this. Oh, that's easy enough. Gotta go find the right one now. Crusher. Here, make me coal dust as well. Then I'll throw this in here too. And then now for making one of these. Inductor, circuit board, capacitor. We've used 31 channels, not worried yet. We just used 21, right? Yeah, we're just at 23. We're just at 23. We're not worried yet. Also, I could literally just drag over another wireless connector and plug it in, and we could just run a whole nother line on this side, which is probably exactly what I'm going to do as soon as I run out of channels on this one. So we need capacitors. I don't want to craft though. We're looking to encode for capacitors. We have some of those things. Gold plates ought to be easy, but if I remember right, getting the rubber sheets is not going to be as easy. Okay, so we're gonna need to set up a mixer. Yeah, what's up, Jada? How's it going? Jeez. Okay. Synthetic oil or synthetic rubber? Synthetic oil with sulfur makes synthetic rubber. So it's just synthetic oil. So I might as well make synthetic oil. Not sure if you have a should surge network. These MI machines do very unsoul surged as they are slow. I don't think so. Soul surged. Industrial foregoing can be used in AE2 interface to request souls. Is this what we're talking about? Because I don't have that yet. Like, I mean, I can make it, but I don't even know what it's for. Unless I'm totally missing something and that's not at all what we're talking. You should make a video on in-game autocrafting setup, not gonna lie. Electrical ones are very fast if overclocked. Okay. That makes sense. I'm considering making an end-game autocrafting setup, but I don't even have the fastest autocrafting setup yet. I could make it, but there's a quantum crafter that I haven't made, and I'm instead sticking with my my pylons here. I've got 8 of these mega crafting co-processing units with the 256 million crafting storage. Just cause there's no real reason for it, but we've stuck with it and it's worked well for us so far, so nope. Definitely wanted you to go there. Alright. We're gonna run this one this ways. Don't have a ton of channels left on this set, so we're gonna start with what did it say we needed for rubber sheets, vacuum freezer. That definitely seems faster. But we're mixing paper with synthetic oil to get rubber sheets. And to get synthetic oil, geez. Steam blast furnace. I assume this is another multi-block, isn't it? didn't really need to set up a thing for that, but here we are. I'm gonna put both of those in there as well since we're here. So synthetic rubber, synthetic oil, blast furnace. This guy, multi-block. Okay. Fire clay bricks. Fire clay. Brick dust. This is so annoying. This is so annoying. Why does everything need 150 other things? Quantum Crafter's game changer. It's a requester on steroids, but they also use multi-block quantum crafting matrix to replace the standard molecular assembler. Yes, I've seen it. It's very cool. At some point I will make it. But for now, I'm being lazy and not. Okay. I mean, paper's easy. I could set up a requester for paper. That way I don't run out. I feel like it's probably a good idea. Search for it, I guess. And then we just have to figure out the easiest way to get... There's no way you're not letting me drag paper into here now? Maybe it just doesn't let me drag stuff into there. Alright, paper. There. Amount to stock, keep me up to 100. And batch sizes of 50. Sure. Alright. Put that back. Next up, we gotta figure out how to make synthetic oil. Is raw synthetic oil an easy one? I wouldn't have to make the big multi-block. Main thing with Quantum Crafter is super fast. Normal auto crafting is at a snail's pace in comparison. That's fair. I will have to do it. I am well aware of that. I'm gonna have to do it. So we can make the raw synthetic oil though, just using water and carbon dust, or even the coke dust. Okay. So then we need a macerator. We can make a macerator real quick. Macerator. Make me one of these. Start it up. So we're going to import coke dust. Oh wait, that's right. It doesn't like that. I have to use this guy. Export bus. This guy's going to need steam and coke coal. Coke. Nope, not that one. Or is it that one? Just coke. Okay. And that. Yo, hey, I'm doing good. How are you? And that's going to make us coke dust, which we then should be able to import into our ME system. After I grab some more smart cables. And that's all I'm going to do with that coke coal too, because I don't actually need it for anything else anyways. Plop that guy down there. Import bus. Accelerate it. Okay, so now we've got coke dust. Now we combine the coke dust in a mixer. And that should give us the synthetic oil or whatever we're looking for, I believe. So export bus here. I need to export coke dust, water, and steam. Yes, those three things, yeah. Raw synthetic oil. Okay, now what do we do to turn raw synthetic oil into normal synthetic oil? Synthetic oil. I still have to make the steam blast furnace? I don't want to. That's okay. Fire clay bricks, fire clay brick. Fire clay dust is just clay balls and brick dust. I'm gonna take a hammer. I'm gonna make a bunch of bricks. Brick, 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 brick. Make me 100 of those. Do I have a hammer? I don't. Grab me a hammer. All right, this. Brick dust. Brick dust. What augments do I need with R's to find the ancient city? I can't find this info anywhere. If I remember correctly, for R's, all you had to do, I don't even know if I still have it up. There was... So it's called this Wayfinder. You have to make one of these. And then once you have it, you make a tablet of locate structure. So you're... I think actually you just need to make the Wayfinder to make the tablet of locate structure. So you need a source gem, vexing archwood log, and a compass. Combine all these together. Tablet of locate structure you're going to use onto a ritual brazier. So just set a ritual brazier down. Take the tablet of locate structure, right click it onto it, and then right click it next with a... Oh, what is it called? Incident ancient. And then right click it with deep slate bricks after it. Or deep slate bricks maybe first onto the ritual brazier, and then right click it with the tablet of locate structure, and it'll take a second, and then it'll make this bound wayfinder to what you're looking for. It's a pretty simple process, but it takes a little bit, and you're right, there's very, very little information on it. Okay. Yep. Did it not long ago. Ancient City wasn't far from it. Mine wasn't either. Mine was actually shockingly close. Like we were saying, though, it just took a couple seconds. Tablet first, then brick, right click to activate. Got it. There you go. It was probably almost a month ago at this point that I did that. So I'm not surprised that I didn't remember it exactly. Okay, fire brick, fire bricks. Dust. I don't have any clay. I should make some clay real quick then. A whole bunch of that. And then we're going to actually give it all back. Fire, clay, dust. And we're going to run it all through our furnace real quick. Then we're going to make all the bricks. We're going to make the same multi-block that we made there, but we're going to make it right in this little cubby right here. Okay, so don't need any of that in my inventory. Yes, that's correct. That way I always using a nature's compass to look for icy peaks biome. Almost always has an ancient city below. Man, I thought it was meadows that had the highest % chance. Wait until the wayfinder pops out. Yep. That is the way. Okay. I should have plenty of those. So we got the fire clay bricks. Oh, my mouse died. Oh, I gotta plug in the mouse. So next up, I need to make whatever the furnace thing is for that. Synthetic. Of course I don't have a blast furnace. It's like the basic things that I'm always missing out of my inventory. Surely I've got auto crafting for it, right? Yeah, just make me one. I don't care how you do it. Just make me one. All right, we got that. I need my fire bricks now. Fire fire bricks. And then I assume I will also need all of the bronze item input output. Actually, I'm just putting liquid in and out. Fluid input. Fluid output. So theoretically, at least in my head, this should work. I am assuming, of course, that it has the exact same... Oh, it's got to be taller? Okay, well, we're going to break these because I don't want to have to go run into the nines to find out where they need to go. I'm also assuming... I don't care about the shapes invalid. Let me put a breakdown. Nope. Oh, I hate having a strong pickaxe sometimes. Sometimes it's the most inconvenient thing. All right, so then this should be just a solid top surface. I'm missing two. Two more. No way. Is that all of them too? Fire. No. All right. I don't need a ton. I just need some. That's honestly so annoying. I was so close. Is it possible? Yeah, exactly. Click pickaxe once and digs a hole to China. That is so true. Is it possible to take things out of the ritual thing because it ate your sword? If you right click it again and or break it, it gives it all back. It doesn't actually steal things, which is very nice. Yo, what's up? How's it going? Okay, we're looking for clay. Did plenty of that. Toss it in there. That in there. Make a stack of that. I'm not making more than a stack because I feel like it's a waste to make a stack in the first place. When all I need is literally 2 more bricks. Open this up. Finally caught stream. Yes, you did. We are going through modern industrialization right now because there's a lot I don't know about it. Valid and active. And we're working through trying to progress in it. Plug that thing in. I'm gonna need at least an import and an output. So export. Should just have to export the... Here's what we're making. Synthetic. The raw synthetic oil. Add some acceleration. And then we're going to input whatever else it makes and give it back. Valid, active. But it's not working yet because all of that's staying in there and not being imported. That checks out. Makes a lot of sense to me. We'll set that there. Import bus there. Accelerate it. Get rid of that. All right, raw synthetic oil is going in. What? Why? Stop. Raw synthetic oil. Do speed upgrades actually do anything in advanced beehives? Yes, they do. They definitely speed it up. Why is this? So it says it's valid. It says it's active. Export bus, raw synthetic oil should be going in. Raw synthetic. I've got 1.6. Is it the raw wrong? No, it's correct. Are we... Says it's online. It says it's online. Does it just process it really quickly? Does it need a lot of it? What am I missing? Raw synthetic oil goes into a steam blast furnace, which is this. Raw 100 millibuckets, 100 of synthetic oil. Does it need steam as well? It probably needs steam. That's got to be it. Right? Does it? It's got raw synthetic oil What am I missing? Finally it worked. Oh, I'm glad it finally worked. That's good. That's good. Yeah, speed upgrades do stuff in advanced beehives. Absolutely. The speedier ones do not. Speedier can only be used on other objects for productive bees. But really what you're looking at doing is creating the gamma or the other higher tier ones. That's what you really want to do. All right. Somebody tell me what I'm doing here that's stupid, because I'm doing something. I just can't figure it out. Synthetic, raw synthetic oil. According to this, should go into a steam blast furnace. There is no other information about... Oh, does it need... So it needs 400 EU of steam? Is that what that's saying? This is the export bus. I want steam. Export it to here. Says it's empty. This is fluid input. So it should accept the steam, right? Assuming we still have steam. Ooh, poor guy. So we have the raw synthetic oil. It's going in there. Steam. We have plenty of steam. We have tons of steam. What? Why? Steam blast furnace. Okay, so let's just look up the actual object. Multi-block is fine. Any information in here on it? Steam blast furnace with 29 bricks. Okay. The item input hatch, item output hatch, fluid input hatch. You'll be able to make a steam blast furnace. This furnace is great, turning your uncooked steel dust into steel dust. It's slow, and you probably want tons of steel, so you should probably look at making a few of these. Note that you can share sides. I guess we add the item inputs? Because it could just be that. Even though I don't actually need them. Bronze item input. We'll take those two. We're gonna break top corners. Place down, place down. How about now? Fluid input. Oh, can it? Oh. I think this is it. I think you can only input one fluid per fluid input hatch. And so, in order to do what I'm trying to do, where I'm importing a fluid, I have to have two. Why is it so difficult? Throw that there. Accelerate it. Give me steam. Steam. Put it there. Yep. Yep, that was it. That was the thing. Okay, so we've got our steam blast furnace working now, which should make us synthetic oil, which means that this one thing that we've been trying to make for the last hour is rubber sheets. We should have the synthetic oil for. We're going to have paper for. I just need to make a mixer. So, let's do that. Mixer. Start it up. Now, I am going to do one thing real quick, just in case. We're going to check on how many. I've got 2 channels left. Just enough. Okay. There. So what we're going to do with this guy, we're going to export to it the oil and paper. Paper. Probably also steam. Steam. And then synthetic oil. Dude, this is so complicated. Maybe add Steam to the bookmarks on the left side so you don't have to search for it. Do you know what? You are such a smart human. Thank you. That's not what we were. That's not, we want this. Is it C? Is it U? I don't remember what the keybind is to do that. U? It's A? Bingo! Okay. Thank you. Okay, we got Steam now. Thank you for that, seriously. Look at that. We're getting our rubber sheets all made. It's beautiful. So then we import bus it, accelerate it, and it'll start pulling all of our rubber sheets in. Okay. Okay. Thank you guys, by the way, for telling me. I appreciate that. So again, all we're trying to make here is these analog circuits. We now have rubber for, but let's look at making an analog. So we're going to need the circuit board. We have all the things for now. I do want to pattern encode it though. We need the circuit board and the inductor, which we're going to need a steel rod. Bingo. All right. Throw all these in here, and then I think we have finally completed this guy. I think so. Maybe. We'll find out. Analog circuit. Oh, we did it. As long as it actually works. Crafting the copper wire. You can watch it go. Oh, that is so cool. There we go. I hate this mod pack so far. It's so much work. But honestly, it's kind of cool to figure out how you can make these really low-tech mods automated and just work together. I am enjoying that part. That part's pretty cool. You can press R on items on the pattern terminal to bring up the recipe instead of going through the whole recipe. Yeah. Ooh. I did not know that. That is good to know. All right, analog circuit. So does that unlock another chapter? Or is Steam Age the only thing in here? Because we have that now. Is that it? Because I know there's more for modern industrialization. Let's see. Modern industrialization. Yeah, there's so much more here. I almost had a headache automating Nature's War. Automating some of the R stuff can be very complicated, but honestly, it's a lot of fun. I'll walk you through it. So this is my full R setup here. This is for, I don't remember. This is for the source gems. And then we've got all the 4 things that you need to infuse to make the upgraded alloy. And I think this is one of those extra ones for R's. Yeah, it's the purple one. Where'd it go? This one. This is the abjuration essence. So all of my stuff sort of just sits here, and then this thing tells it to import whatever it needs right into here, the source gem, and it just makes it and then pulls it back. Which is very, very convenient. But it is quite a challenge, like you were saying. All right. So we've got that. We've got our... Oh, what are they? We got our analog circuits. What do we do with analog circuits? Analog... and... circuit. What do we do with these things? Configurable chests. Electric mixers. Oh, so this is how we get the electric stuff. Okay. Okay, so most of this I can do with auto crafting, right? So like just create some patterns real quick. So for the motor, make a pattern real quick. We have everything. We'll need to make the magnetic one, which I think it looked like was just, yeah, some redstone around it. That's easy. Pin cable. We already have all the stuff for. Modern industrialization. Honestly, it was a scary mod. We're 2 hours in and we've already set up all of this, which I think is most of what we're going to need. Like, I think we're about to have motors. And it really hasn't been that bad. Like, it's a lot of working backwards, but that kind of just is what it is. I feel like most mod packs are that way. I hate it, but it is the way they do it. Motor. Missing 10 plates. Okay, so let's set up auto crafting for 10 plates real quick. 10 plates. Those guys. I don't actually want to craft it. I want to make a pattern for it. Or not. You know, that's fine too. What on earth are we doing here? There we go. Whee! My friend is going to look at adding RS2 into the ATM server. Yeah, do it. I have a personal preference to, you know, the AE2, but refined storage is also a fantastic mod. Okay, so we've got that. So let's look at our motors again. See if we can make that. Switch to here. Motors. Motor. In essence. How am I missing 10 essence? Do I not have 10 seeds? And platinum. Oh, I've got raw 10. Apparently I don't have 10 seeds though. So we're going to make that a non-issue and we're just going to smelt a whole bunch of 10 real quick. I don't really need that much of it. It's not used for very many things. And I have 20,000 raw 10. 20k. Not bad. Okay, so that should be more than enough. So now we make motors. Okay. Motor. Okay, so we got that. What's the advanced motor? Oh, we should. It's so basic. Everything else we have to do from here on out is so basic for modern industrialization. Was that all the hard stuff, really? Playing Aldermont's 9 while we wait for him to get off work. Hey, that makes sense. Aldermont's 9 is a fun pack. I really enjoy that one. Okay. All right, so let's set up. We already have auto crafting for the advanced motor. We are missing annealed copper wire, aluminum wire, stainless steel rod. So we can set up aluminum wire pretty quickly here. Aluminum wire. I gotta make a pattern for it. Aluminum wire is easy. Look through stainless steel real quick. Does anyone's assembler matrix keep breaking? It suddenly gets stuck on a recipe even though it has everything. Most likely what it is, and the recipes I get stuck on are, if I am making something like this right here, where I'm telling it to make 10 dust using an iron ore hammer, often I will forget to click this button right here, which is substitutions enabled, which means that it will only allow itself to use that one specific hammer that I had in my inventory at the time. So when it gets to that point, it will get stuck. So in general, keep substitutions enabled for most of your patterns. That's what happens. So like this aluminum plate one right here, I guarantee if I go look at it in like the actual one, it's got substitutions enabled. Yep, substitute alternate items. Make sure to do that on most of them that you make, that you're going to need to use more than one of the same item for over time. So like all dusts and anything like that, you're going to want to do the same thing with. We're looking at the motor, what we're trying to make. Advanced motor, annealed copper wire, stainless steel rod, and magnetic stainless steel. So let's look at stainless steel rod. Stainless steel rod. Stainless steel in lubricant to a cutting machine. That's easy. So then that begs the question, how do you make stainless steel? Well, that looks complicated. That also is a hot stainless steel. So stainless steel dust. Oh, that's gross. Wow, that's gross. I thought I was getting close to done. Turns out I've barely begun. Stainless steel is very complicated. Where was the warning? How come I didn't get any heads up? What the heck, guys? Okay, so stainless steel ingots, working backwards, is a heat exchanger. Cryo fluid? Oh my goodness. What? What is this? Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see. It is Greg Tech, basically. That's so gross. That's so gross. And we've got to set that up because in order to get the All the Mod Star, we have to have that. What is that advanced motor thing? The large advanced motor. Oh. I thought I was done. I thought I was done. Titanium. How hard is titanium to make? Titanium rods, ingots, heat exchange. Oh my goodness. What? What am I looking at? My next rabbit hole of pain and misery. That is so true. That is the most accurate thing I have heard in a while. Okay, well, we've made some progress. I feel like I may do with this exactly what I did with mechanism. And I may take, like, the end goal, which is, I think is that advanced motor. I'm trying to figure out ATM star. Hello? There we go. I think that goes into this guy. No, it doesn't. Where's that motor go? Nexium emitter? Yeah. You have to have this large advanced motor. I may just take it and work backwards. Dude. This is Greg Tech. You're so right. This is just Greg Tech. That's all this is. Oh my goodness. Oh, this makes me not want to do it. But we got the resistors already. So that part. So a lot of it's just basic stuff that we just have to keep automating. You scratch the surface and find out there's 10,000 layers. Yeah. Yes, you're so right. You're so right about that. Oh, it goes forever. Okay, so I feel like we made a good step forward today with what we've got. There's a lot more clearly that we're going to have to do. I think we're going to start with stainless steel rods next time we stream, which should be Monday. And we'll work forwards from there. But I appreciate everybody watching. Thank you so much. We're going to probably make a video on this at some point. So if you're interested in that, feel free to leave a comment on the mechanism one saying, hey, I should do that for modern industrialization. And if you do that, then I will probably go through and actually set all of this up in a way that we can actually walk through it step by step from beginning to end. So thank you guys all so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.